Hello everybody, this is Johnny S, and this is the final part of Path of Exile review. It's part 5, if I'm not mistaken. We have seen many different concepts of the game. We've done an overview, we've done an introductory, we've done gameplay, we did a map. On this video, I would like to mention some additional sort of tools that can help the people and actually see how much active community is around this game. I'm not going to go into great detail for each one of them, but I'm just going to showcase them. And I'm also going to show, at the moment, I have 3 characters. You've seen one of them previously, just to show you the different kind of gameplay between these characters, like a show off, let's say, of my characters. So this is a class that I have made of a duelist. So this is a duelist class. This is his starting location. He's here. And this is his ascendancy. This build is basically a flicker strike build, meaning that he can teleport from character to character. There's integral mechanics behind this. It's a very quick build. Some people will not like this build because it's just way too quick. The character will automatically teleport to players really fast and execute them and kill them with his sword. These are the items that he has at the moment. And some of the cosmetics, just to show that also. I have bought multiple cosmetics over the years. At the moment, what I have on this guy is a red look. Sort of show it like that. So this is what he looks like. And you can add additional components. This is the Crusader set, it's called. So I've got the Crusader set. And let's go on a map just to showcase what this build does really quickly. So we'll go to the Black Aqueducts, which is on Act 9. And all you have to do is right click, hold the right mouse button, and this is what the build will do. It's very quick. So he will teleport quickly between characters, very quick. Sometimes it's too quick to see what he does. And he will kill everything, in this range. He's very quick, very mobile. Not as good as on the defensive component. And everybody's dead around him. So that's one of my characters. Let's go quickly to another. I have put specific icons that I can actually tell which are the characters that are active. These characters here have no gear on them. They're just empty characters for me to use. This guy we've already seen. He's the Righteous Fire guy. Damage over time and fire. I just showcased this guy that is a flicker strike, and I'm going to showcase this witch, and she's chaos over damage. The skill that she uses is called Forbidden Right, and basically what she does is she uses a skill which is called Cyclone. So this is the skill here, Cyclone. She literally spins around like this, spin around. You walk and you can spin. It's a good skill because it gives you mobility. It means you don't have to sit here and hit. You can actually move as you're hitting. And the main skill that is triggered every time I do a critical strike, there's forbidden right balls, which are chaos orbs that come out flying. So this is a triggering skill, and the main damage skill is forbidden right. And this forbidden right will attack enemies around me, and it will cause them to get chaos damage and explode, which is like it has a nice effect when you're looking at it. So let's showcase a little bit what it looks like. So these purple balls that fly around, if you have a look, they're homing on the enemies. It will target automatically the enemies and it will cause big explosions. So all these explosions that you see, basically you hold right mouse button and you can, move around slowly through the game. So this is also one of my favorite builds. It's very simple. It's a one button kind of build. There's integral components behind it, obviously, but you're literally just walking through as you're spinning through the enemies, similar to the other two builds. So I do like fast-paced builds, easy builds, not a lot of buttons, not a lot of, try to keep it simple. There's a lot of mechanics behind how to make one of these builds properly work. Uh, and you can follow guides to have a look. One thing that I would like to showcase, which I have not done in the past, is the character sheet. This is what an end game character would look like. So you have your base stats. If we go to our defenses and you pay attention, all my resistances are capped. So the 75, which is maximum. I actually have 130, but it's capped on 75. I have 99, but it's capped on 80, 106. So I'm more than resistance. And my physical damage mitigation is 84%. The maximum is 90. So I am almost maxed out. So defensively, this is what you're aiming for. And offensively, based on the skill that you have, trying to get as much damage as possible. So I've loaded back to this screen with my other character. And what I want to showcase now is some additional tools. These are outside of the game. So let's go through them one by one. So I have stored these tools here. You have the official site of Path of Exile, where you can log in and you can purchase real money purchases from the shop. You can actually see, your account. You can see how many characters you have. So if you go to characters, you will see your characters here, and you can see the items on each one of these guys. So this is the official site of Path of Exile. There is another site which is called the POE filter, and this is a site that you can log in and you can create your filters and customize your filters. There's different examples that you can see, different filters which have been created by other people. You can copy paste these or you can modify it however you like. Another site is the wiki, which is the Wikipedia of Path of Exile. This is good to have a look at the items which exist within Path of Exile. So let's say you want to have a look at the armors, and I'm going to put links for every single of the, every single site. Um, on the description of the video, so you're going to be able to quickly access all these things. So you can have a look at all these different unique armors and different components of the game. It's literally an entire Wikipedia of Path of Exile. Another one will be Path of Exile Trade. So this is a trade site, and this is where you see your items that you put, and if you want to buy other items. There's many filters here. Let's say I wanted to get a sword, so I will say one-handed weapon. What type of one-handed weapon? I want any type of rarity. Actually, not a one-handed weapon. I want a sword, a one-handed sword. What do I want this one-handed sword to do? I want it to do physical damage, and I want to have a minimum of 100 physical damage. Then I will just press enter. It's going to search, and it's going to show me from minimal to more expensive price all the swords which have been listed from other characters. If I select copy whisper, I can go into my game, press enter, control V, and this is going to automatically paste a whisper towards this character here. It's going to have a standardized message. Hi, I would like to buy so and so sword listed for 6 alchemy in standard, and it will give a location of that item. So once I post this, I'm not going to do it now. It's going to send him a message, and he's going to invite me, and I'm going to buy the item from him, taking into account that I have the currency. And similarly, other people can use this to come, to reach out to you and buy items from you. Another site is Poi Ninja. So Poi Ninja is a good site because you can see the different prices over time. So there's statistics on these items for different currency items and what is happening. And another good component of Poi Ninja is you can see builds. So you can see builds which are based on the season. You can select here whether you want your current league or if you want previous leagues or if you want a standard season, and you can go through and have a look. So these are basically all the people at the moment which are playing. You can see that 17% of the people play the Dead Eye Ascendancy. So you can get an idea of what people are playing, what's the most common, and all these are ranked, based on players. So let's say I was interested to play a Templar. I see that a Templar on this season is quite common, an Inquisitor. So I can click on him. It will filter out all the Templars, and then I can have a look and say, okay, what are these guys playing with the Templar? Most of them are playing this skill here. There's some people that play Stormbrand, there's some people that play Cyclone. What skill do I like? Cyclone. So I click on Cyclone, it's going to filter all the Cyclone guys. And then I can have them in order here. So I can see different builds. And once I want to, let's say this guy here, I can open his build here. I can have a look at what items he's using. I can, the potions that he's using, I can have a look at his statistics, his ascendancy skill, and so forth. So this is one of the ways that you can actually get guides and copy his builds. You can change it a little bit and so forth. Another site, a useful site, is Poe Lab. So this Poe Lab is on the lab mechanic of the game that you can actually go here and have a look at specific guides, which will give you a sort of an overlay of how the lab is working. And finally, there's the Poe site. It's called Path of Building Community. You can access this site and you can download an application onto your computer, which is basically this one here. I'm going to open it for you. It loads up. And this is basically a builder application on your computer that you can load builds that you have previously done and strategize your builds without wasting in-game currency. It's going to take some time to load, and once it loads, you're going to get an interface which simulates your in-game characters. It's taking quite some time. Anyway, as that is downloading, I'm going to also showcase another application which is called the Awakened Poet Trade. So this little icon here, I have already clicked it and it's up and running. And this basically creates an overlay on your game. And there's a shortcut that you press, which is Control D, that can check prices on your items. So let's say I had these gloves here. I press Control D. There's an overlay that appears. It tells me that that item that I'm wearing, those gloves, in on average, they are selling for around 58 chaos. So straight away, if I want to sell them, I can tell that okay, I should be selling them at around 58. But let's say those gloves had something specific. For example, I have crafted +1 level to all gems, IO gems. If I click this here and I press search, it's going to show me more detail, the prices which are currently on the market. Instead of going to Poet Trade and searching for similar items, this is going to show you straight away. So at the moment, yes, an average price is around 58 chaos, but the minimum price that a guy is selling is 100 chaos. Also, and he has this for 14 days on the market. Also, the next price is 10 divines. So there's a huge gap between these two. So this might mean that I might want to put this somewhere in the 5 divine range. So I'm quite competitive, but it's not the cheapest thing. And since this is for 14 days, I think this guy just wants to sell his item. So this is a quick way, and you can do this on anything. Let's say there's chaos orbs. You press how much does a chaos orb cost. A divine, how much does a divine? So a divine is can be bought for 294 chaos. So 294 of these equals one of these. So there are sort of, equivalents to the currency. Let's see if our program has loaded. Okay, and this is our POB program, which is basically the passive skill tree. And it has different breakdowns of damage and calculations. It does look quite confusing, but the basic thing to know is that you can actually use this as a strategy as a builder. That's why it's called Path of Building. And you can actually load one of your builds. So if I have linked my account here, so these are the characters that I have created. So if I go on standard and I can choose Paldinator, which is level 100 Inquisitor, this guy is literally this guy. Paldinator level 100. So because I have linked Path of Exile, and these are official sites that, there's no problem for you to use them as per the developers. So I can load this character, press these things, and I can go to my tree and have a look at what is there. So I can literally see here on my builder what I've done. If you pay attention, whatever I've done here will also, this is the actual game, will also show on the path of building. And the good thing with this is, instead of wasting currency, I can actually, let's say I want to make a change. So let's say I want to take a couple of nodes away from here, and I say, what happens if I go here and I select this? How is this is going to affect my build? And it will show you my statistics and what's happening. So these are pretty much all the tools at the moment that can be used. There are many, many more, but I'm trying to keep the most basic ones, and I will put links for all of this in the description. There's a huge community, and there's a huge sort of there's a plethora of tools that you can use to make your game much more easy and enjoyable, and see what other people are doing, getting ideas and everything, and sharing also your ideas, by these tools. So yep, I think this is the final video for Path of Exile. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's a long process. There's a lot of things to talk about. I thought of making like 1, 2 videos. I ended up making 5, 6. I don't even know how many now. It is an interesting game, and again, there's many things that I've just quickly skipped over. So I do apologize to people that have no idea and it's their first sort of thing. To other guys that do know the game, it might be a little bit boring, but I hope nevertheless that you enjoyed my content, and this was fun for me also. And I thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.